95. Feels like 110. I knew it was hot out there.
Welcome to TNT Homesteading. Join us as we spend our first full year here on our 10-acre off-grid homestead. Hey all, welcome to TNT Homesteading. This is Terry. It's Saturday. I don't have anything we really have to get done today, so lots of little chores is on tap for today. Right now I'm working on watering the garden. It's early in the morning and it's starting to get hot enough here in Oklahoma that I'm needing to water every couple of days if we don't get any rain, and we're not expecting any rain till at least Tuesday. So I've got a couple more days of watering, and hopefully we'll be able to not have to water for a couple of days. I am going to look at harvesting some of my radishes today. I saw at least one blackberry that looks like needs to come up. I got a few strawberries that need to come up, and more firewood. So this is what I'm working on trying to get done first. This was the greenest wood. All of this was still live when I cut it down earlier this year. This pile had been laying down for a while, and so that is next, and get it put on the wood pile over there. Other than that, I do know we're planning on firing up the smoker today and getting some smoking done. We've got some breakfast sausage we want to get smoked. We've got some alligator sausage that my wife's gotten at the local butcher. Of course, the alligator wasn't local, but it's not full of garbage, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we're going to smoke that. Caught a trout last night I'm going to smoke. And after I get the garden watered, I may go down and see if I can catch another trout or two and get that in the smoker as well. If I'm going to fire up the smoker, I'd like to put a few things in it. We have tomatoes on several of our tomato plants. It's looking good. This is just one of them. But it's doing really well. And looking forward to those things turning red. I do have some jalapenos. These are the thinnest jalapenos. I'm waiting to see if they get thicker or if it's just the type of jalapeno plant this is. But it's looking really good. Everything else is just sort of slow. The cucumbers have been real slow. The squash is real slow. It's sort of starting to take off, so there's that. My wife planted some sunflower seeds, I think actually I don't know what for. Eating, feeding to the chickens, seeing what happens, I don't know. But we've got 3 buckets of that going on back there. The yarrow is still with us, but the plantain did not make it. It didn't take the transplant well. So we've never grown turnips before, and we've been eating them, so we decided to try growing them. And they're doing pretty good. Not everything I planted came up, but I'm going to harvest at least the ones that look like they're definitely ready or possibly past ready. So I'm not really sure. Well, that's not what I expected, but I don't even remember what kind I planted. Let me look at one of these bigger ones. Well, I was expecting something bigger. I do know with my garlic I had a really hard time that first year. The heads didn't create as well as they normally do. Yeah, there's nothing to this one. It's bolting, but there's nothing. It's not what I was expecting. That may be exactly what we planted. I don't remember. I'm going to look that up. By the way, the radishes, they're not turnips. For the life of me, I couldn't remember what we planted, but I knew turnip wasn't right, but that was the only thing stuck in my head. Beet, but beet wasn't right either. The radishes, they're still not right. So we'll see we'll see how the rest turn out.
Well, I didn't get any fish, at least not this morning. I may try again later this afternoon before we start smoking. But yeah, it was sort of funny with fishing, and after a while I decided to look at my lure, and there was no hook on it. So I don't know what happened to it, but it was gone. So no wonder you can't catch any fish that way. I tried a couple other things and I just didn't get anything this morning, but it was beautiful out there this morning and absolutely loved it. Anyway, it's like 94 degrees last I saw, and it's time to get started on this wood. I wanted to do it when it was cooler, but other stuff kept having higher priority. It's hot, and my back hurts, and I'm just getting started. But it looks good. I went ahead and cleaned that up, and everything's cut and stacked and ready to start on this pile after a water break, and I cooled down. 95, feels like 110. I knew it was hot out there. All right. I'm calling it quits for the day. It's 4:45, but it's hot and I'm getting tired, and that's when mistakes are made. And when you're dealing with a chainsaw, you don't really want to make any mistakes. I got that pile gone, that pile close to half. It's doing really good. I probably got a few more hours worth of work to get that pile done. Over here, you can see the wood making some progress. Now I've got lots more wood to cut. I've got to get it bucked, I got to get it split, and then we'll get it down to size and stacked. But I wanted to start with this stuff first because it's in the middle of this field. I've already got the other stuff over by the log splitter ready to go. And that's where your more conventional sized firewood will come from, is over there. But I was reading a really interesting article where people were, they were heating their whole houses on the tops of the trees that so often are just left behind because it's not the big trunks, which are so easy to get to. So I don't want to cut down any more trees than I have to. And so I thought it made a perfect sense to go ahead and use what God's provided, and even if it's maybe a little bit more work for me. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. God bless. We'll see you on the next video.